Okay, I think we're back. Let's see. I don't know if you guys saw the short that I posted a couple seconds ago, but as soon as the internet went out, I looked out the window and there's a man in a bucket truck. He's driving away right now, but he disconnected us all. All right, I'm going to turn some music back on. I'll be right back. Hopefully the internet stays on this time. It's all back on. It's working. Sorry, everybody, about that. I don't know how long I was talking to myself. Um, at what point did I... Yeah, it did. So there was a guy outside in a bucket truck, and he unplugged us. He was, I posted a little short. Go look at it. The guy was literally right outside my window. Veer Tier, what's up? All right. What were we talking about? Let's see. All right. Back to it. The one day I decide to live stream. I don't like having. I don't like not having internet. I know that we're definitely spoiled now. Like when I was a kid, it was like having the dial-up internet. It's either the phone or internet, unless you were really rich and you had 2 lines. What's your best cartridge for the price? I don't really consider price when it comes to buying needles or cartridges. I just get what works the best, and it just, you know, I pay whatever I need to pay. Right now, I like FYT for super tight 3s. I've been really liking Lineage for mags. And I don't use liners with cartridges. I've been using standard needles with coils. And I like Element Tattoo Supply's brand of standard needle on bar. I think they're called low profile or something like that. I've been really liking those. Cool Spidey, thank you. It's a spider. SPID dash EYE. Spider. So yeah, I don't know if all of you were in the previous stream that got dropped, but I'm doing a kind of little mini series of 5 different designs on 6x9, and I'm going to be doing prints for a convention, well, a couple conventions that I'm doing that are coming up. The first one is next Friday, so I really have to get this done and off to the printers as soon as possible. That one is called Ink the Rink. I believe it's Sunbury, PA. That's in. I might be doing one in Rochester, New York in July, and I'm doing one in Where is this other one? I forget. It's out by kind of like Pittsburgh in August. All right, is the internet still on? Just making sure. Yes, we're still live. I don't know how long I was talking to myself for while it was out. Are we getting any? No drops frames. Okay, cool. Doing good. Feel free to ask questions, guys. I'm just kind of sitting here. What type of needle do you use for packing and whip shading? Whip shading, I mean, it depends. If it's like a traditional piece, I'm using like a 15 mag usually. If it's like a black and gray kind of thing, I'm using a Type 3. Is that music too loud for you guys? Please let me know. Back up, Mr. Vin. Might call the PA Department of Energy. Yeah, dude, it was funny. That guy was just sitting right outside my window. I was honestly going to open it up and ask him how long the internet was going to be down for. Music is perfect. Okay, cool. It's just loud in my ear. I'm guessing this mic is kind of like pushing it to the background then. I love this red. Well, Bitcoin's at 101,000. Just got an alert. If anybody cares. Oh, wow. I totally just dropped my pencil. Do you prefer the 12 gauge or 10 gauge for liners? 12, for sure. I feel like once you start getting too tight, it starts to kind of like cut the skin. I feel like the thicker gauges and the looser groupings are less traumatic on the skin. So honestly, I don't even use liners to line. I'll use round shaders mostly. Just because I prefer the way that works with the skin. Does your studio run private, or do you do walk-ins as well? So I'll do walk-ins, but most of the time I'm booked. So if I'm here, why is this not focusing? There we go. If I'm here, I am either doing something like this, or I'm tattooing. If I have free time and somebody comes in or calls, I'll do it. But I don't advertise for walk-ins. But if I have time for them, I'll do them. It's just, I used to do walk-ins all the time. Like, I have kids, I have a family, so it's like, it's better for me to plan out my days and know kind of, at least loosely, what I'm doing. I don't mind doing walk-ins, it's just, I mostly have my days planned out. Mallory, let's see. Have you done a video where you come up with the design first, not just going right into lining, shading, coloring? Maybe. I don't know if I've done that, to be honest. I think it's usually I just kind of like make the videos for the day of the tattoo. It's honestly a lot to like film these videos and whatnot, so like it takes up quite a bit of brain space to like make them. So while I'm thinking about designing the tattoo, I'm not really thinking about filming a video. But that would be a good idea. That'd be a cool way to show everybody the process. I'll have to do that. Irish Gip, I appreciate that. Thank you. How's your panning? What does panning mean? Do you do 4 hours a day or more? Or plan? Do you mean planning? Typo, maybe? 4 hours a day. I mean, ideally, I would work for 4 hours a day. That'd be sweet. But it's usually a lot more than 4. I've been trying to have a better work-life balance, though. I've just been busy, so I've just been working a lot. I would never do YouTube, but I do enjoy watching others. It definitely does take a certain type of person. It is scary putting yourself out there, Mallory. Definitely when I first started, I was a lot more shy and sensitive than I am now. I would kind of take things that people say personally, and I didn't like negative comments. I mean, now I don't like negative comments either, but at the same time, it's like, it boosts your videos. But it's not a comfortable thing to put yourself out there. Even like going live, like it's a bizarre thing to kind of show, like have a look into your life for others just to like see and judge and say whatever they want about it. But it is at the same time, it is a cool way to connect with people. Like, I've met a lot of cool people along the way. I just can't imagine being one of those, like, internet celebrities that can't go places because they're, like, an actual celebrity now. Like, all those... I don't understand why streamers are so famous. Like, what's that one guy's name? Kai, I think his name is. But he just kind of, like, sits in his room, from what I can tell, and just kind of chats. Unless he does other things, but I've never watched him. I saw that he was at one of those, like, actual celebrity events, like the Met Gala or whatever like that. And it's kind of funny how the internet famous and, like, movie star famous that's now colliding, and internet famous people are now actually famous. Let's see. I think I need to make this a little brighter here. I take everything personal on YouTube. Haters. If you got nothing to say, zip it or flip the channel. I mean, I used to kind of have that attitude, and I totally understand. But at the same time, if people are saying stupid things in comments, they're literally doing you a favor by boosting your video. So, it's definitely not nice. But they help you. If people say mean things, I'll usually try to like bait them into saying more mean things. So then YouTube pushes my video more. Or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. No. I accidentally hit the paper. All better. Well, I do appreciate your videos, especially when I'm feeling stuck or need helpful tips. The comment section is wild and most people are nuts. It is what it is. You are right, Mallory. They're crazy. I wonder what they're actually doing in real life, like just angry typing at people's videos. What rotary are you using right now? I'm using the Ava EP7 Plus, great machine, but I would like to try something more premium and definitely no touchscreen buttons. Yeah, the touchscreen is tough. That's actually like one of the only things I don't like about that machine. Rotary wise, I mean, what are you trying to do with it? You trying to do black gray? You trying to do color? I've kind of changed my opinion about rotary a bit over the years, and some of these like super cheap ones, like I have one that's like $12 from Amazon and it worked really well. But if you want a more premium one, I mean, there's a lot of good brands out there. What are you trying to do with it? Did you guys see those disposable tattoo machines? They're like $10 a piece, and they're from, where are they from? I forget. One of those cheaper Chinese brands. But I think it's so funny how they literally have disposable tattoo machines, and their marketing for it is for people that are learning. So in that way, it's easy to clean up. You just throw the whole machine away. It just shows how cheap some of those motors could be, to where they are able to make a machine cheap enough to be disposable. Looking for a good coil to move to 1000 max for both. Is there a good shader and liner you suggest? I love traditional. I really like the Vlad Pro coils. They are more on the expensive side for a coil. You can get some pretty cool hand-built ones on like eBay. I forget the name. What is it? Little Dog Irons and oh my God, what is the other name? I went through this little phase buying eBay machines, and I actually kind of like them. Featherweight irons. Yeah, Featherweight irons, I think is the name of it. Let me look it up before I tell you the wrong thing. Let's see. Yeah, these guys, well, this guy, he's in Pennsylvania as well, Jamestown. He has stuff on eBay and then also on his Instagram. I bought a machine from him. I want to say it was like 160 bucks, and it works really well, and it's nice. And then what's the other one? Little Dog Irons, I think it is. I want to say it's this. If not, then this is just a shout out to this person. But you can get these for like not like under 200 bucks. Some 3 to 5 liners for walk-ins and maybe packing lip shading. I mean, that's not like super specialized, so kind of any rotary can kind of take care of that. Some of those like just off-brand ones that you can find would be okay for that. Why is this jumping out of focus so much? What's your budget for doing something like that? Maybe that could help. I do like the critical torque, but that is very expensive for what it is. I've been liking that for... I use that for color packing a lot. Alright, I think that's enough of the red. I'm dilly-dallying over here. Let's see. Before... There were so many Ukrainian, Russian builders with a decent machine for 100, 150 from Instagram. Yeah, you can still get some pretty good coil machines for right around that price. For anybody that's just joining, I do want to show you guys what I'm working on. So this is part of a 5-part flash series that I'm doing. This is one of them. There's another one. I'm gonna have prints of these all available soon. I'm going to the printers today after I'm done coloring this. This one I did on Livestream a while ago, and this was in a frame, and that's why it's mounted on black. But this is the last one in the series, and that's what I'm doing. I gotta see. There we go. Zoom in. All right, let's do some blues. What do I want to do here? Song sounds like we're underwater. I love that blue. Such a nice blue. Sonid. Am I saying that name right? Sonid, right? Yeah. I love the frog too. The frog and the skull castle are my favorite two out of those. That set. Turquoise is my wife's school color. Nice. Like college or... We mean school color. Oh, teacher at high school. Nice. How can we get that music? It's epidemicsound.com. It's just copyright free music. You'd pay monthly to be able to use it. And it's nice for YouTube videos and stuff. TikTok you can use it on. Instagram doesn't care about copyright literally at all. You can put anything you want on Instagram. YouTube is super strict though. Blue sky always. You think I love using this kind of blue in tattoos. I think that probably has to do with the brand that you're using too. I started using solid colors, like the brand Solid, and I saw it come back healed for the first time yesterday, and that stuff heals so bright. I've been using Eternal and Fusion for years, and I kind of wanted to support a tattooer-owned business and start looking around. And I was talking to Bobby at Element Tattoo Supply, and he mentioned Solid. And I tried them, and they're really good. If you guys are looking for new colors, I like Solid. Good stuff. It is a little bit thicker than Eternal or Fusion if you're used to that, so you gotta kind of take your time a little bit more, or kind of, they give you this stuff that you can kind of thin out the ink a little bit to where it's easier and faster to pack. But once you get used to that, it's really nice. Patreon, start from basics for us rookies. Well, I've thought about using a Patreon before, but at the same time, I don't know if I have enough time to dedicate to it and give people actually what they're paying for. Because you pay on Patreon, right? I'm not super familiar with it. K-Art, thank you. Appreciate it. Daniel, what's up? Do you have some tips for a good portfolio? Well, you just want to draw like a lot and do things that you're proud of, and eventually you just start to amass a body of work, and there's your portfolio. It's really, it's just a lot of work to put into it, and I would say try not to copy people. Try to do it in your style, so it's like your portfolio. You know? I mean, it was a little harder when you're first starting out because you don't really know what your style is yet. But yeah, just start and just, you're going to look back in a year and be like, oh, I don't like those things, and you're going to get rid of stuff out of your portfolio and then add new stuff in there that you do like and you're proud of, and over the years you just start to have something that you're proud of to call your portfolio. So yeah, I don't know if that's helpful, but I don't know, I prefer thicker for your color. Favorite is Dermaglow and Luna. Tried dynamic color palette and it was watery, straight to the bin. Yeah, dynamic is super watery. I have a client that I guess read some type of study about different inks and whatnot, and she likes dynamic for certain reasons, and she specifically only wants to be tattooed with dynamic. I don't like dynamic black. I feel like it's super runny and watery, and I'm not a big fan of it. But her tattoos do heal nice, and they look good. So that's really all that matters. It's just kind of like a little bit different than what I'm used to. But I will say I've been using different blacks. I've been using Allegory, and that is closer to dynamic than I'm used to. And I do like it. I just want to start seeing what it's like when it comes back healed. I've only really been using it for a couple weeks so far, so I do like a thicker black, but it is nice with a little bit of a thinner one. You can move a lot quicker. It just saturates so much faster. Let's see. It costs but minimal, and with the knowledge you have, it could be once a week thing that helps tattooers. Yeah, maybe, dude. I don't know. Like, I'd have to come up with some type of, like, at least structure to say, like, this day a week I'll be... I don't know. What do you think? Would it be like a live stream thing? Or like me messaging people and talking to people? I don't really know. I've thought about that before, just to kind of do something different, but I just never kind of landed on what exactly I'd do. And plus, I kind of have a hard time getting behind like paywall stuff because I don't want to take advantage of people. I want to be able to, like, if somebody's paying for something like my book, I know that people will make money with it. So like I feel okay with saying, this is how much this costs. I made it. You can buy it, and I know that you'll make money with it. So like I feel confident in charging somebody for that. But like I don't want to start a Patreon or one of those like paywall things and not provide value for people and just take their money. I don't know. So that, I think that's one of my bigger struggles with it too, is like, will I be able to give people what they're paying for monthly? Because I know a lot of these YouTubers are out here taking advantage of their subscribers, and I definitely don't want to do that. Panthera. I've heard that that's really good. I feel like a lot of people that do blackout stuff use Panthera. How is it like thickness compared to like a dynamic, to where dynamic is really watery? And what are you using it for? Are you just color packing? Well, not color packing, like packing the black, shading with it? Are you lining? Like, what are you doing with it? Or are you doing everything with it? Because I have been on the hunt for a new black, and I don't like messing around too much with that, just because I don't want to start a sleeve with one brand and finish it with the other. So I've been trying to stay consistent. So I kind of experiment on like one-shot tattoos, not something that's more of like a big project. Oh, his legs are so pretty. Look at them legs. Irish Gip, I appreciate that. I hope you make a lot of money off the book. Yeah, if anybody's interested in my flash book, which actually this is one of the designs out of it, you can go up here to my website and you can order it. I'll send it out to you free shipping to the United States, or if you're international, then there is a digital version that you can get. I mean, if you're in the United States, you can get the digital version too. Really close to Eclipse if you tried. Tribal, Triple X, Black, more dense, nice for packing, lip shading, big liners. See, that's one of those things. I'm like, there's like one company will have like 3 different blacks. I'm like, I don't want to have to try all these. Panthera Triple X is a little thicker than Dynamic. I like it when doing traditional. All right, maybe I'll try Panthera Triple X. I'm gonna try the new Black Gold from them. It's supposed to be in Europe only. Oh, I guess it's the one that's REACH compliant if it's in Europe. All right, where am I going? I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. I got my arm done, the blackout that I got done, that was with Electrum Black. I don't remember which Electrum it is, but I really like the way that healed. My skin is super dry right now, so it doesn't really give you a good representation, but when it's not dry, it looks just like really rich. It's been a year since I got that blackout done. I can't believe it's been that long already. My grandmother had a magnet on her refrigerator, and it said, "Life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer to the end you get, the faster it goes." And I remember reading that as a kid, and I always didn't understand, because when you're a kid, you don't think about that kind of thing. But as I'm getting older, it's the most true thing ever. Like, a year has gone past since I've gotten this done, and I'm like, it feels like it was about 3 weeks ago that I got it done, and I'm now already a year older. It's bizarre. And I look at my kids, and it's like, oh my god. Like, they're going to be adults in a few years. That's crazy. I haven't heard the new Black Gold. All right, let me see if I could check. For shades, what are you mixing with black? Water, witch hazel, or some sort of mixing solution? I just use distilled water. I've done that for like 15 years, and it works. Irish Gip, you are the best. I appreciate it. Hyping the people up. Yeah, I was just having a conversation with a friend the other day about like how everybody uses like these expensive glides for, you know, lubricating the needle on the skin and whatnot, and like I've literally used Vaseline since 2009, and I know that that's like a people don't like that, and they kind of talk down on that, but at the same time it's like it works. I've never had a problem with it. No, I've never had somebody be irritated do it. No allergies or anything like that. My needles don't get clogged like a lot of people talk about, and it just works. And I feel like I understand some of the older tattooers when they don't want to change with the times, because I'm like, well, I use distilled water to water my stuff down. I don't buy an expensive solution, and I use Vaseline to slightly lubricate the skin. Talon's Drawing Ink. I've heard of Talon's Drawing Ink. I want to say I used that in like grade school for like calligraphy or something. That's awesome though. It's cool, the advancements, but at the same time certain things just work. Who knows if Talon's drawing ink is the best for your body, but who knows if tattoos are even that great. I love this blue. Every time I use it, I get so excited. Pope elected. Who is it? Donald Trump. Didn't he post it on his Twitter or something that he was gonna try to become Pope or something? You can probably hear cries from St. John's apartment. Oh, I'm so happy right now. The only reason I use other ointment is for the smell. Otherwise, no difference for me as well. I think Vaseline might be better for not spreading the ink around. Yeah, I like Vaseline for not spreading the stencil. I feel like a lot of the ointments are like oily and they kind of like smear the stencil. Like I use Sanoderm's ointment or whatever you call it, and I felt like the stencil just rubbed off like super quick. I think people just don't want the petroleum going in their body now. It's like seed oil argument. Yeah, we've learned so much and we're all paranoid. Wow. I agree with that. I'm super paranoid about food. I hate it. You read a few things and then you like can't become ignorant for it. So I don't know. I mean, we all have plastic in our water anyway. I don't know if it's true, but I saw that article a while ago saying that there's like basically plastic just floating around in your body at all times now, just because there's so much plastic in the water, in the food, everything's plastic packaged. Let's see. I tried an espresso this morning and I do not drink espresso, and I'll tell you what, espresso gives you energy. I got a large something. I don't know what it was. I told the girl just make me whatever, and I trust her. And she gave me this large thing, and I drank like a quarter of it, and my body started like vibrating. Very effective. When Vaseline was invented, a guy literally eats it to prove it's safe. That's funny. How's he doing now? Is he alright? I'm guessing he's probably dead by now, though. That's been around for years and years, right? With the Vaseline thing, though, like, I'll use such a small amount to where I wipe a very small amount on and then literally wipe it away with a paper towel. It's just the residue from it. I'm not like glooping it on. That's when your needles will get all clogged up. Supposedly most of us have had a credit card size amount of plastic in us. Wow. It's a lot. I'm getting ill. Had a rash from gloves. Are you using latex? A nurse client of mine, she became deathly allergic to latex because over her like 20-some year career as a nurse, she always used latex. And out of nowhere, she became incredibly allergic to it. And I always use latex as long as the client wasn't allergic. But after she told me that, all I use is nitrile now. I do still have latex here, but it's just like my leftover from after she told me that. And I'll use it if I need to, but I'm not trying to become deathly allergic. She said even if she's like in the same room, like if her kid were to bring home a balloon or something like that, it would start to affect her. Hand rash from gloves, black nitrile 6mm, have to switch. Hands are so bad. Huh. Interesting. Try with powder. I hate powdered gloves. They make me feel weird. Even though my hands do get real sweaty, it's just... I don't like the sensation of the powder. Suede, what's up? Waiting on the inspector to say my work is done. I forget, what do you do for work again? You told me, but I don't remember. Remind me. Remove asbestos, radiation, and lead. That is brutal, dude. I remember we talked about that. Someone's got to do it, and you're the man for the job. It's definitely man's work. I've done it since I was 18. Well, certified man over here. Well, not over here. I just draw on people for a living. Over there. I used to be a human trash collector. Thought that job was bad. Like, as in, like a mortician? Or a coroner? Is that what you mean? Human trash? Or like a like driving around on a like trash truck. I have a friend that's a mortician, and she does all that kind of stuff. I can't really tell the story that I was about to tell. Never mind. Forget I said anything. I forget that the internet lives forever sometimes. Gotta remind myself you can't tell certain stories. Deputy Sheriff. Oh, okay. That's also a good name for it. I don't think I'd be built for a job like that. Like the deputy sheriff kind of thing. I feel like it would feel good to help people, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. Start online classes for tattooing, and while I do think that in person would help a lot, they do offer one-on-one live calls. Oh, nice. Who'd you do that with? Tattoo 101. Nice. I hope you get a lot from it, dude. I mean, everybody learns in different ways, and even though there's ideal ways, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, I believe I'm done with the blue. Looking good so far, I think. Next, we just gotta add the yellow. We're gonna do it like this. Do it in the eyes and in the legs. I'm gonna do it in the eyes first to see what that looks like and decide if I want to put it in the legs, but I'm pretty sure that I want it in both. They made me stop drawing with my iPad and swap to paper. That is a good idea. Yeah, dude. Like, the tablet is such a... It's such a time saver, but at the same time, it definitely holds you back as an artist. So if anybody is just joining, I'm adding to this collection. I'm going to be doing prints. I got all these guys done already. I didn't do all these today. This is my favorite, and the frog. And then this one was done on stream the first time I did it. So I'm going to have all 5 of these available for prints. I'm going to do $15 a piece. If you get 3 of them, it's going to be $40. And then if you get all 5, you get them $10 a piece for $50 for the whole set. I'm making these for a convention that I'm doing next week, but I'm going to put them up on my website right there if you wanted to check it out. I'm going over the printers today to hand all these over, and I'm hoping to have them done for next week because I need them for next week. I'm definitely a last minute type of guy. Irish Gip, you can have them all. Asbestos can be bad, yes. Learned on your one, wait. Oh, I read that as you learned on your one toe. Not the best reader over here. Alright, let's start with the eyeballs. And then we'll move on. Golden, yellow. It is dark cadmium yellow. These are all the different ones that I had. These are all the, I did like a little color swatch thing. What is this one? This is number 108. That guy. This I felt like was going to be a little too light, so we went to 108. I like doing this whenever I get new colored pencils or whatever, so in that way I don't have to like test them out. I could just look. And you have the little bit of a cheat sheet. Used to use quadra needles, and you feel like they clog up quick after 30 minutes. Constantly dipping. Use ink ease, fairly thin layers. I've made corrections that I know of to prevent clogs. Tips. I just use less, whatever, like skin lubrication you're using. And also wash your needles in your rinse cup as you're tattooing. That really, really helps, especially if you're using colors or you're doing heavy black. I feel like when I'm using gray wash, that doesn't really affect it too much because the gray wash is watered down, doesn't clog up, doesn't dry as much. But if you're using like full saturation stuff, definitely gotta get a rinse cup. Even if you're not swapping colors, if you're using the same, blue for 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour or whatever, like wash it. Wash out your needles and then dip back in the blue. It'll prevent your needles from clogging up. I match my iPad colors with real tattoo ink names. Yeah, dude, I want to say Eternal has like the swatches one of the companies I've seen have like swatches that you can download. I don't know if you have to pay for them or whatever, but that is a pretty cool way to design your tattoo, is if you're doing it in your iPad, to have the color accurate stuff in your iPad. Never had a problem with bar needles. I can line a sleeve with one needle. Same, dude. Cartridges are good for certain things like color packing, shading, and whatnot, but lining is so much better with standard needles and a coil, for sure. Boss moves. You're welcome, dude. Did that needle hurt the client when it shot out? No, it did not. It almost hit me in the face. I wasn't even touching the client. I went to dip for ink, and it got, like, the cartridge started sounding real loud, and I, like, looked at it, and as I looked down at it, it shot right past my face. And I looked at my client, and both of us started laughing. And I was like, well, that's never happened before. But yeah, I mean, when I posted that, I didn't want people to think that I was talking badly about that company. I like those needles. And I ended up actually talking to the owner of the company after I posted that. And I told him, like, hey, this is not what this is meant to be, whatever. And he had a really good attitude about it and was like, well, we can't be better unless people give feedback like that. So he had me actually send the video to him so he can show it to his factory and correct the possible problem. But everybody in the comments was talking about how they've had cartridges explode like that and the needles shoot out the front from all different brands. Like the big brands, the small brands, everything. There's a lot of people. So that's not just the brand that I was using. I definitely didn't want people to think that I was talking down on them because I like them. But no, it almost hit me in the face. Saw a video on Instagram the other day showing what damage needle tip gets from hitting the bottom of the cup. Now I start filling more often. Dude, I did a video on that, and I had to grind the needle into the bottom of an ink cup for there to be damage. And I saw a video like what you're talking about, and I don't think that they're right. I think that they're lying, to be 100% honest with you. Because in order for me to get any type of damage, I had to grind it off the bottom of the ink cap, like really purposefully. So, I don't know. I always changed my needles if I did that, but ever since I did that little experiment, if I quick give it the ink cup a little zap, I'm not switching them out. Silicone cups, that's a good idea. But no, look at the video that I posted. I forget what it's called. Maybe I could find it. Hold on. But I literally had to, like, hit the bottom of it pretty hard. Like, I had to try to damage the needle. It wasn't just, like, an accidental little touch and they bent. Let's see. Can I search? This was a while ago I did this. Let's see, I'm trying to find this to see if I... Where did I post this video? Alright, I guess... Alright, I'll have to find it. I don't know. Seen your video, and I've seen a ton of others. It seems like it's just one of those things no one agrees on. Okay, good. So I'm glad somebody saw that video. But I literally had to, like, hold it against the bottom of the ink cup just to get any type of change. So yeah, I don't know. We can all agree to disagree. What do you guys think? Do you think I should keep it like that? Or on this, like, rough draft I kind of scribbled on. Do you guys like the orange in the... Or not the orange. The yellow in the legs to kind of spread around the yellow in the design. I kind of like this better. What do you think? Vote. Popular vote gets to either keep it like this or add the yellow like this. Yes on the yellow. All right, we got 1 vote, yes. 2 votes, yes. Gives more balance. Okay, that's 3 votes. 1 more vote and we do it. I think 3 votes takes it though. Yes, yellow, yes, yellow. All right, cool. 5 votes, no nos. Blends it all together nicely. Thank you. All right. Yellow. All right, this is the final step. I messed this up. I have to start all over. The pressure is on. Why do I get nervous doing art on paper and not on people's skin? Like, I could totally just start this over. Love that yellow. Very cool. So yeah, if you guys are into these prints, keep an eye on my website. They should be up hopefully next week because I need them for the convention. I upgraded my business cards too for the convention, and I did them on like a textured paper almost like this. And they are really nice. I like holding them, touching them. In Tattoo World, how would it feel to see someone with one of your works and you didn't do it? I think that'd be really cool. Like I'm kind of trying to figure out, because tattooing all day for, you know, years on end is taxing on my body. I'm trying to kind of figure out how to make income still in the tattoo world, and that's kind of why I'm doing a little bit of Flash. I'm gonna try to start putting more of this stuff out. It started with the book. I put out the book and people seem to like it, so I kind of want to start venturing into the world of making Flash and selling it, and that would be really exciting to see artists using the Flash that I make and putting it on people, or seeing like their interpretation. If they don't like this color scheme, then, you know, maybe doing like a purple and pink spider or something like that. I don't know. I did think about making this red and purple, but I like this color palette better. But yeah, I'd like that. That'd be cool. I've had a handful of people tag me in some of the work they did out of Raw to Refined, and it's cool to see their color choices, and like it's my artwork, but they did it. The song sounds like I'm in Scarface or like something like that. Good choice on the yellow, everybody. Thank you for the indecisive breaker. This looks way better. I made the mistake of saying I couldn't wait to tattoo someone's specific style. I thought I dropped baby Jesus with the reaction. Well, I guess I won't ask you who, so we're not talking smack. We don't want to start any internet beef, do we? I don't know. I think that it's one of those things to where if someone's being respectful and like how you bought the book and you're say you tagged me in one of the tattoos you do, like I'm excited about that. Like that's awesome. You made money from what I was hoping to help you make money with. Like that's cool to see my art in that respect made by someone else. But on the other hand, if you go on my Instagram and like screenshot one of my clients' tattoos or whatever and rip it that way, that's annoying. But I don't know. I don't know why anybody would freak out if you said a specific style. Color theory in action. Very nice. Thank you. I don't know much about color theory, dude. Like, I've always done black and gray stuff, and within the last, like, year, I've been really messing with colors, and it makes me really excited to learn about it, really. Dude, it was a live show, and someone's design was shown. I loved it, and they hated me for saying that. Well, people suck. Did I mess this up? No. Okay, never mind. I thought I put it from the wrong direction on the one. Started studying it when I began painting. That's something that I would like to get into. It's just I don't have the extra time to start messing with painting just yet. I feel like I'm like a bad painter. So I definitely need to work on my painting skills. It's just not right now. Wait. Yeah, okay, from the knee. Yeah, I'm like, I get jealous when I'll hear people talking online about how they really understand colors and how to balance them and have them play off of each other. I have a very limited understanding of color, and I am excited that I'm starting to learn more. But there are so many people that understand it really well. My mom is one of them. She's a really, really good painter. Helped your tattooing almost immediately. Yeah, dude, I bet. I just started really doing color recently a lot more. So that's why I'm making sure that I understand what, I'm putting on people. But it's definitely a basic understanding. Getting there. I struggle with color theory as well because I enjoy bad mixes of color. Yeah, well, that's a good reason. Color theory is for dummies, opposite sides of the wheel. That's literally my brain when I think about color theory. I'm like, what is on the other side? And those are the colors I pick. Which is so crazy that there's like rules with the colors that are in our world, what goes with what. You can go for days on what works and what doesn't. There are passing tones. Yeah, like I don't know what that means. I would like to know what that means though. I'd honestly like to take a class or something on color, maybe at like the local college or art league or whatever. Because I get distracted in real life. Like I'll go to learn something on the computer and then I'll watch a video on YouTube about it and then I see a video on the suggested side. I'm like, oh, I want to see this first real quick, and then an hour has gone by and I'm doing something completely different. I ask Jess a lot of this color goes with this or that. Traditional Irazimi rules are insane. Well, I'll get to those one day. I think that's the exciting part about being an artist, though. Like, when you kind of grow out of a certain style, there's always more to learn. There's always something else. There we go, friends. I think we're done with him. Oops, Irazimi. It didn't really change anything for me in my understanding of what you were talking about. The spelling. Japanese. Yeah, I don't know Japanese. My one buddy's learning Japanese, though. He's on, like, I forget. I think it's, like, day 900 and something on Duolingo of learning Japanese. It's a pretty long commitment. I'm going to add a frame around it like I have on all the other... But, there we go. What do you think? Give me your brutal and honest opinions. Awesome job. Thank you. That's the correct answer. I don't know, I kind of feel like I want to do some shading with the vein that's coming out from under the eyeball. When I did it on here, I didn't really like... Well, maybe I do. I don't know. But then I feel like I should do shading on all the insides of the veins, but I kind of like how they pop out and are empty. I feel like it gives it contrast and it doesn't jumble it up. I want that one. Well, you may have this one. I don't know. I guess I'll leave it like this. I'm going to do the frame around it. And then I guess I gotta go to the printers and get these all ready for printing. I don't know if everybody's still here from before, but I'm making prints. That's one. We got another. So there's 5 of them. I did this one on the first stream if you guys were around. They're going to be 15 bucks each. If you buy 3 of them, it's going to be 40 bucks. Or if you buy all 5, it'll be 50. So then they'll be 10 bucks a piece. But I think that's a pretty solid deal. They're going to be 6x9s. And I'll have them available on my website. Those veins are awesome. Thank you. But yeah, I'm really happy with these. I like the way that they turned out. I love these colored pencils. I was a little bit like, I don't really want to spend money on them because they are more expensive. But these things, the polychromos colored pencils, I like the way that they go down. Like, for comparison, the Devil's Hand is like a cheaper colored pencil, and the Skull Castle is the polychromos one. And you could just tell the difference in quality. Let's see how close they can go. You just see how much smoother and how much nicer those ones blend. I mean, you can't tell, like, unless you really look at it and you care about that. But I like those pencils a lot. For hand painted, super cheap. They will be not the originals. They will be print, but I did want to kind of do them a little bit cheaper because I know the economy is kind of terrible for people, and if they still want to get art, I don't want it to be like, oh, you have to pay me crazy money. These were fun to make, and I'm gonna be really excited to put these on my wall. Well, this one was already on my wall. I just took it out of the frame. That's why it's on the black. But yeah, definite deal. Fill my walls. Cool, man. I think I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let me see if I can find them. Hold on. I did a couple. What is this? These are 11 by 14s. I haven't finished these yet. But I have a couple bigger ones that I'm planning on making prints with. There's this guy. It's space themed. I'm going to have to add color to this, but I've just been busy. So eventually I'll have that one available. And then this one is skull themed. And I have to add color to those as well. So those eventually will be available. These will hopefully be available next week on the website. My website, not the website. They put me in mind of a badass 4mm stroke stipple. Wait, what? Am I missing something? My bad. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree. With the gradients. Sorry, I completely blanked out with what we were talking about. But yeah, I agree. I like how it's very textured. This one's my favorite, along with the Wizard Frog. Those two are my favorite. I like them all, but those ones I'm most attracted to. Alright, well, I have other stuff to do today as well, but I appreciate y'all hanging out. I'm going to try to do another live, not next week, because I have a lot to do before the convention, but probably the week prior. I'm going to try to take maybe like a week off, and maybe I'll do a stream or two, because I won't be tattooing, hopefully. But yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out. Let's see. Smash that like. Dude, you are like the hype man of the stream. I appreciate that, Irish Gift. Everybody go check out Irish Gift's channel. He does tattooing content too. He just kind of started out, I believe, right? Something like that. I love this chair. Leaning on it, make my back feel better. All right.